We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Ready up. Let go.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Browns defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Down the right sideline. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
Now Lewis. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the run. Williams, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought that. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But you look at this Bronco defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and
this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Lewis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. penalty. Chubb gets past one man, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
There's a nice move, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lewis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return. And the Browns have taken the lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Check smash! Check smash!
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Watson. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Watson on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
2 yards on the play. First down.
Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Watson drops it off for Chubb. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, here's Watson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First down, Browns.
Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 13-yard gain brings up 3rd and
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Pace, let's go!
Here we go with Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Lewis. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, Williams looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Lewis. That is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. That's going to be
Thomas, apparently, they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On first down, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point right down the middle, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From the end zone, it's Strong. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and swing it, big guy.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before the break, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From the end zone, it's Strong. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And there is a mark. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by one score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut outfield. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to have the Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Drop 50, drop 50. Ready.
Throwing is Lewis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 131 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Lewis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub.
Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First down, Cleveland.
Watson, off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Browns 28, Broncos 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And they're on 17-yard line.
Ready, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action here on first down. He completes this to Sutton. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw. Lewis. This one swung out to Williams. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 33. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Lewis now on 3rd and 2. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Amari Cooper, touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Broncos 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Set! Hey, 24. Hey, 59.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Wiggles free. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Second down at the 12-yard line.
Now Watson drops it off for Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Watson. His throw incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on.
Touchdown, Browns. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Broncos 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meeting.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Browns have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Browns.
Watson on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Browns 56, Broncos 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the end zone, it's Strong. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing it in the elite way.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lewis. And that will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And now here is another interception. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A gain of a yard brings it.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.